What's going on? Dylan Conrad, Metabolic AF. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to build big and strong glutes in less than 90 days. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on, Spotify, iTunes, hit that bell button, write a review, all helps the algo, helps me help you. So, all right, Ambra, Coach Ambra, she has grown her glutes massively, full inch in less than a couple months. And, for women, especially if you're trained, like someone like Ambra is, she's been training for years. It's a lot harder to grow muscle, right? And so someone who's trained maybe 3 pounds of tissue for a woman per year, and if they're natural, not on any hormone replacement therapy, for men, it's like more like 5 pounds of pure tissue. So, for her to grow her glutes a full inch in just a short couple months is very, very fast. And I'm going to show you exactly the 4 things that we did to make this possible. So, first of all, Ambra, you got to understand her anatomy. She is not in the best position ever. She stores most of her body fat in her stomach, which makes it harder to actually build big and strong glutes, because a lot of women that have big and strong glutes, they store a lot of body fat in their butt, right? And so if they gain, like people like me, I stored all my lower body, right? So I'm like a perfect women's anatomy, but unfortunately for me, I'm a man, right? And so for a woman, it's, it depends a lot on where you store your body fat. That's going to make the glutes look a lot bigger or a lot smaller than they are. So when I say that, she built this inch, it's a lot of the body fat did not go to her glutes. 4 things that she did. Okay. And so I wanted to preface that with, her genetic disadvantage to growing big and strong glutes, and kind of just to press upon you how big this actually is. Someone who does build a lot or store a lot of body fat in their glutes could probably build a little bit more, to be honest with you, especially if they haven't been training. So if you haven't really been doing any serious, like a legit program, put together by someone that's like science-based and for building glutes, you could probably build a lot more, especially if you haven't before in terms of that training. So number 1 thing she did was she ate in a calorie maintenance. So how do you figure out your calorie maintenance? I think the easiest way is just to weigh yourself every single day, eat normally for 2 weeks, see the average calories you're taking in, and see if your weight's trending up or down or staying the same. If it's staying the same or trending a little bit up, that means that you're basically in a maintenance or a slight surplus, right? And so you want to be in a maintenance where your body weight is basically staying a little bit the same. Possibly what you want to aim for per week on average, if you are weighing yourself, is about 0.25 pounds per week on average going up. That's a good thing. That's muscle, that's tissue, that's glycogen, that's water, nutrients, all that stuff. So that's number 1, eat at a calorie maintenance. Number 2 is make sure you're, what she did was she trained glutes 3 times per week. Now, 2 times per week was heavy weights in the gym. We did 1 set of lower repetitions with heavier weights, and then 1 set of lighter weight with moderate weight. Both sets she took to failure. So basically muscular failure. This is before your form breaks down, but where your muscle just cannot move anymore. Probably don't do this on things like squats and deadlifts, but like glute bridges, hamstring curls, glute extensions, totally fine, because you really can't mess that up too much. So we did 1 at-home program with her and then 2 in the gym. So at-home program was just bands, basically like 1 by 100 lateral raises per side, clamshells 1 by 100 per side, and just things that were kind of easy for her to do at home, but get a good glute pump and get a lot of muscle and get a lot of blood flow and pump to that area. The second thing was we focused on taking sets to failure instead of increasing weight. So a lot of people get obsessed with what's called progressive overload, or going heavier in weight week after week after week. And while that is good, but it's more of like a neurological strength, that's not going to really hypertrophy or build the muscle too much. So we really focused on taking the sets to failure, and not really going based on how heavy she was going. We just used the weights from week to week as kind of like the barometer of where we were. So that's one thing definitely to focus on, is not getting obsessed with progressive overload and really just focusing on the technique and slowing it down and making sure you're really feeling the right muscle, which is your butt. Number 4 is we ignored the body fat gain. She put a tiny bit of body fat on, and messed with her head because it's all in like the midsection. But like if you look at the pictures, I'll put them up here. It wasn't really anything crazy, but it's why it's important is because women that are looking to build their glutes, if you are not in a slight surplus and putting on muscle and body fat, it's going to take a lot slower. And a lot of people just end up in the same spot they were year after year after year. That's why if you go into the gym, everyone looks exactly the same, because everyone's kind of scared to put on enough body fat. So if you're in a place where you don't really care about putting on body fat, or you just finished like a huge cut and you can afford to put on a little bit of body fat, I'm not talking about anything crazy, but like just a little bit, this will definitely help you increase your gains in your butt. So those are 4 things we did. If you want custom glute programs designed specifically for you based on what equipment you have or don't have, what you know how to do, where your fitness level is, if you're a beginner, if you're advanced, all that stuff. If you want, to figure out what that surplus is, if you want custom macros, meal plans, one-on-one coaching, all that stuff, I'm going to put a link in the bio. We got our Metabolic AF as female method. And that is a female-specific program specific to the female physiology, right? And so if you want that, hit the link in the bio, and there's a quick video overview on the program. You can click on there to on the button below, put an application form, and we will get back to you ASAP. So in the where it says if you were referred by anyone, just put the podcast or YouTube wherever you listen to this, so I can know where you came from, and that'd be super helpful. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this helped, and I'll see y'all on the other side.